Welcome to Hitman Boxing. We are the A-Side boxing community. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. You knew the video was coming. Keith Thurman threw out the first pitch the other day for the Philadelphia Phillies. Same arm in which he had surgery with. Same arm in which he has some sort of debris in his elbow. Something like that, right? When this guy is saying he needs time to heal, he needs time to make these fights. You know, I don't buy Keith Thurman's angle, to be honest with you. He's perfectly fine, right? He's just taking time off from boxing. He's taking time off. He doesn't even have an opponent. I think he's supposed to be fighting in May. I done forgot. Keith Thurman's done made up so many dates. It's hard to keep up with what he says because almost everything out of his mouth doesn't make sense. All right? But anyway, it's not a hate for Keith Thurman, right? It's who's going to become the next star in boxing, you know? If we're looking at the welterweight division in particular, these guys are fighting once, twice a year. Specifically Keith Thurman, you know, he gets injured quarterly, and then he fights once or twice a year, right? I mean, same can be said for Spence, right? He fought once last year, but he's since said that he's looking to fight at least 3 times a year, right? Which is more than what one time said, right? And it's looking like one time's probably going to fight one time this year. And that's going to be his tune-up fight, because I guarantee you, after the tune-up fight, something's going to happen. You know, I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm tired of Keith Thurman, to be honest with you. But how do you expect to become a star if your fans don't even get to see you fight regularly, right? You're taking the Mayweather blueprint. You're fighting twice a year. But you're not Floyd Mayweather. You're not a big star. You're not a big draw. You don't, what I mean, yeah, you went in throughout the first pitch for the Phillies, but I'm looking at this picture, and they're looking at you like they never even seen you in their life before. Like they don't even know who you are. So, again, Keith Thurman, you got to fight more, man. You know, I like to watch Keith Thurman fight. You know, I'm just appalled and shocked at his approach to boxing. Like once a year, man. You know, again, if we could talk about these injuries, these supposed injuries that he had, man, but he looks fine to me, man. I don't see nothing wrong with Keith Thurman. You know, it don't look like he got no debris in his elbow. So again, if Keith Thurman's really trying to be a big star, he's got to fight more, and he's got to put himself out there. He's got to promote himself a little bit better than what he's been doing, okay? Going to hide in Nepal for 8 months ain't going to cut it. Me talking about you on YouTube ain't going to cut it. Anybody else talking about you on YouTube ain't enough. You're not going to be a big star. And you're really in danger of losing your belts soon, especially if you fight Keith Thurman. And you're not even going to mention Terrence Crawford, which is another story in itself. But Keefy Poo, man, I just think he's full of it, man. You know, you're letting your fans down, quite honestly. Again, you still don't have an opponent for your return this year. Why is that? It makes no sense to me. It's cool. It would have been cool if he would have been like, I'm taking time off. Taking time off to heal my body. You know, taking time off to enjoy my wife. Taking my time off to enjoy the world. That's cool, man. That's fine. But you're a marked man in the welterweight division, right? People want to fight Keith Thurman. People want what he has. They want his belts. And Keith seems like he don't want to fight nobody, man. And in fact, the only time he seems like he wants to fight someone is when Errol Spence isn't around. I mean, we saw what happened at the Danny Garcia fight. He was talking crazy, man. He seemed like he was the old Keith Thurman, but if Errol Spence had been there, I guarantee you he wouldn't have been talking crazy like that. All right, so all I want from Keith Thurman is a little consistency. Is that too much to ask? Just a little consistency. Get back in the ring, fight your tune-up fight. And unfortunately, we got to go through watching him fight Danny Garcia and Sean Porter again. 2 fights I don't want to see because he won both already. Give us another opponent, man. Give us Lucas Matisse or something, man. Give us something like that. I want to see him fight somebody we ain't never seen him fight before. Errol Spence, you know. Jeff Horn, give me something, man. I'm not trying to see these rematches that you've already won in. And, you know, Danny Garcia fans say he won. No, He didn't. Sean Porter, well, I don't know who a Sean Porter fan is, but people say Sean Porter won, and that's incorrect. Keith Thurman won both of those fights convincingly. We're not discrediting the fact that Keith Thurman is a good fighter. He's a good fighter. It's just he doesn't fight enough. He seems to be afraid of certain fighters. His body language, the way he talks, that's what I get from it. I'm just giving you my opinion. You know, I think he's afraid of Errol Spence. You know, I don't think he has the same passion for boxing anymore, to be quite honest. Because if he was passionate about boxing, he would be fighting more than once a year. And you can bring up the injuries, but the car accident was fake, all right? The car accident was fake. There was no car accident. There was no concussion. There was nothing, all right? That never happened. Show me a police report. Show me something other than his word. Because clearly Keith Thurman's a liar. Because he said he was going to fight in January, right? What happened in January? It's past. January 2018, right? That's what he said. But he ain't fighting January 2018, did he? He still ain't fought yet. It's March. But if y'all want to keep believing in this dude, go right ahead, man. But his days are up, man. His days are numbered. He's going to take an L in the next couple of years, for sure. Are you going to stand behind him when he takes that L? That's the question. Because we're going to get on Keith Thurman all day. Anytime I make a video about Keith Thurman, we're going to get on him, all right? We're going to get on the ponytail. We're going to get on the fact that he don't got no knockouts no more. When the last time he knocked somebody out? When? What was he doing before he beat Sean Porter? Nothing. But he want to fight Sean Porter, Danny Garcia back-to-back, and now he's supposed to give him some praise, right? I mean, y'all be like, oh, lay off of him, man. He had 2 tough fights back-to-back. I don't care. What was he doing for the rest of his career? He was fighting. I can't even say he was fighting bums. All right, Diego Chavez is not a bum because, truth be told, Diego Chavez was beating him before he got stopped. Again, Keith Thurman is a great fighter, hell of a fighter, but he's inconsistent. He's not passionate anymore about the sport of boxing. Just look at him, man. He don't care. He really don't care, man. He's saving his money up, and he's going to retire early. He's not giving his fans what they want, all right? If I was a Keith Thurman fan, I'd be upset. One, because I don't get to see him that often. I don't get to see him fight often. And in terms of getting his social media updates, I mean, I'm not trying to watch this dude play a flute for 2 minutes. That's not interesting to me, you know? When I met Keith Thurman, he seemed like he was a cool dude. It wasn't no static. It was coming off the first Sean Porter fight. He was cool, man. And I just don't understand how someone like that, you know, isn't a bigger name in the sport of boxing. But when you really think about it, it's his fault. He's not Floyd Mayweather. You're not going to make that kind of money, dog. You just got to go out there, win these big fights, and try to do a better job of promoting yourself. The Philadelphia Phillies don't know who you are. They're looking at you like they don't know who you are. Nobody knows you, Keith. Your ratings ain't that high. Errol Spence coming for you. Hitman Boxing, I'm out.
This world will bring you down with mass confusion and complexities, but I am the master of my fate and captain of my soul, you see. Stuck in the mentalities that says one thing and does another, oh, the contradictories. That's when I visit my utopia of Capricornia to be free. Most would say that's not normal, but for me, life is but a dream, and your reality is what it seems. I'm sitting in the crib I found on Craigslist, staring out in space, scheming what my next move is. I'm thinking that it's time to move west. No idea what I'm doing, I'm just trying my best. Not exactly where I thought I'd be. Honestly, a 9 to 5 never was in my dreams. I've been feeling all alone lately. Nothing I ain't used to since '88 as a baby. When I came up out the womb, everybody knew it was something special about me that fills a room. I never understood it, but my OG told me it's a blessing. I should use it to the fullest, and that's what I've been trying to do. But it's hard to keep a smile on your face while paying dues. Damn, it's hella cloudy in the room, and the shadow of reality is darkest when it glooms.
I'm in the midst of the world. I wish someone could see me. Surrounded by clouds, free me. It's like an endless dream leading to endless roads. I wanna be free from this army of clouds.
I had a suicide dream about a month ago while I was sleeping on the couch at my parental's house. That's when I knew that it was time for me to up and go. So I booked it. Couple friends took it personal. Like, why you just up and go? Ain't even bother to tell nobody. That's rude, bro. It was unintentional. Conversations with myself, I need a hospital. I think I've gone bipolar. Half of me is conservative, any other stoner. I think I lost the love that I had from a good girl. The temp is negative 18, yeah, that's a cold world. Janis Joplin that's playing on my Pandora station. Cosmic blues, just some emotional life changes. Whole time, no, I gotta stop looking back, because the future's not a present, gotta get on track.
I'm in the midst of the world. I wish someone could see me, surrounded by clouds, free me. It's like an endless dream, leading to endless roads. I wanna be free from this army of clouds.